Hello, so this video I've been wanting to film for absolutely ages. I've sat with the questions and answers on my phone for, again, ages. So I'm just going to do it today. This is the 50 questions you've never been asked tag. And I know tags are quite outdated, but I find them fun because you get to know more about the person that you're watching. And they're just like talking. So, just got to get it in it out because there's 50 questions, obviously. What's your favourite candle scent? I prefer fruity scents overall, and my favourite I would have to say is watermelon, but at the same time I also like Christmas scented candles. It's just like a warm feeling when you smell them. What female celebrity do you wish was your sister? Right, people might not class this celebrity as a celebrity, but I do. She kinda is. Like, yeah, she kinda is. So I've put Khloe Kardashian because she is like my favourite out of all of them. She's so strong, the way she presents herself I really like, and I just think she'd be a really good person to have on your side. And obviously she's the most real sister out of all of them. What male celebrity do you wish was your brother? I would probably say Ashton Kutcher as my brother. I love the fact that he's built that organisation called Thorn, which helps human trafficking for girls. And they've actually raised so much towards it, and yeah, it's just amazing. And he's funny. Yeah, I loved him in that 70s show. 2.5 Men, I don't like that show, but he's funny in it. So yeah, Ashton Kutcher. How old do you think you'll be when you get married? Hopefully in my 30s. I'm not in any rush at all. It's something that me and my boyfriend haven't even spoken about. We are still quite new. I'm going to make a story time about this. The boy I'm with just now, I went out with him when I was like 13, 14, and then we lost contact for 9 years, and now we're back together. Like fate, in a way. So, I've moved in with him, but no speak about marriage. We've spoke about kids, but right now we don't really want any. We keep putting ourselves off. So we got a kitten. But no speaking about marriage. He asked me if I wanted to get married, and I said yeah. But not anytime soon, like there's no rush. So hopefully in my 30s when I'm ready. Do you know a hoarder? No, but my nan was a hoarder. Can you do a split? Not anymore. I used to be able to, but not anymore. I stopped all fitness activity, so I can't do them anymore. How old were you when you learned to ride a bike? I was like 4 or 5. It was like primary 1. So quite early. How many oceans have you swam in? The Mediterranean Sea, the Atlantic Sea and the Lothian Sea. How many countries have you been to? Okay, this has actually changed. Let me know. I've got it on my computer. Spain, Ireland, Tenerife, Greece, Italy, Germany and the Netherlands. To cut it down, I have been to Palma Nova, Palma, Gran Canaria, Dublin, Tenerife, Zante, Tuscany, Magaluf, Maro, Nerja, Amsterdam, Berlin, La Cala de Mija and Malaga. Is anyone in your family in the army? Not anymore, but one of my aunties and 2 of my uncles were in the army. Well, one uncle was in the RAF, which is the Royal Air Force. What would you name your daughter if you had one? It is a hard one for me to think about that because I feel like I would need to actually see my child before naming it, but a name that I've always had, or names that I've always had in mind are Lila or Lola. I've just always really liked those names. What would you name your son if you had one? I've always liked Lennon for a boy. What's the worst grade you've ever got on a test? Probably a no award in maths. I failed maths like 3 times, so I have like a standard grade. What was your favourite TV show when you were a child? When I was really young, it was Teletubbies and Tweenies, and then getting older, Tracy Beaker, obviously Hannah Montana, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, all the Disney shows. I liked The Queen's Nose. If anyone in Britain can remember that TV programme, like, everyone I asked really doesn't remember it, but it was amazing. It was a 50p piece and you rubbed it and you got like 3 wishes. No one else can remember it, but I'm positive it was on CBBC. What did you dress up as for Halloween when you were 8? Probably a witch. I was a witch most years when I was younger. Yeah, no originality at all, just different coloured witches. Have you read any of the Harry Potter, Hunger Games or Twilight series? I've read all the Harry Potters, not read any of the Hunger Games. I think I've watched like the first movie of the Hunger Games, wasn't really my thing, and I have read one Twilight book, and I still want to go back and read them because I've heard that they are actually so much better than the movies, but I'm reading like a different series of books right now, so not going to be anytime soon. Would you rather have an American accent or a British accent? Well, obviously I have a Scottish accent right now, but when I was younger I always used to want to have an American accent. I just liked American accents better, like any American accent. But now I don't really mind. I used to hate my accent. I used to try and change it on camera and all that kind of stuff, but I'm 22 now. Just need to accept it. I'm Scottish and that's it. Can't change my accent. Did your mother go to college? College meaning university, because we have college and university in Scotland. I know in America college is university, correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, my mum went to university and she studied sports psychology. Are your grandparents still married? All my grandparents are no longer with us, but my gran and granddad were still married, and my nan and my mum's dad were no longer married or together. Have you ever taken karate lessons? I actually have. My mum has done karate since she was in her 20s, and she's a 3rd dan black belt, so she wanted me to get into it, and I went for a few lessons. I think I was like an orange belt, and then I stopped. Do you know who Kermit the Frog is? Yes. Random question, but yeah. What's the first amusement park you've been to? It was Alton Towers in England. Yeah, I think that's, no, is it? That and the Pleasure Beach, I think, are the only amusement parks I've been to. What language besides your native language would you like to be fluent in? I would love to be fluent in Italian. I really want to learn it actually, and I've heard that it's not as challenging as I may think, but I want to try and learn that because Italy is my favourite country. I'm going to Italy for 2 weeks next month, going to all these different places in Italy. We're going to Venice, Milan, Florence, Pompeii, Pisa, and then anywhere else that is on the train line, basically, that we can jump off and go and see. So I would love to be fluent in Italian. Do you spell the colour grey or grey? So I spell it with a G-R-E-Y, not G-R-A-Y. Is your father bald? He actually is. My dad shaved his head when he was like 18 years old and has kept shaving it ever since. So yeah. Do you know triplets? Yes, I know triplets. I think I only know one set of triplets actually. No, I know 2 sets of triplets. Do you prefer the Titanic or the Notebook? The Notebook. Have you ever had Indian food? Yes, I have, and I actually had it 2 nights ago. It was amazing. That's like my second favourite type of food. First is Chinese, second Indian. What's the name of your favourite restaurant? Name of my favourite restaurant is... I actually have so many. Me and Harry go out to eat all the time. I have so many favourite restaurants. But I would have to say, if someone asked like what's your favourite restaurant, I would have to say TGI Fridays. Basic, but the Jack Daniel's chicken strips are amazing. And a close second would be Nippon Kitchen, which is like Japanese food. I love any Asian cuisine, so yeah. Have you ever been to Olive Garden? No, because we don't have them in the UK. Do you belong to any warehouse stores? No. And I don't know what that is, so no, definitely not. What would your parents have named you if you were the opposite gender? Declan. Declan Gallagher. It kind of goes, but yeah. If you have a nickname, what is it? My nickname's Riri. That's actually my name on Facebook as well. Even people at work call me Riri. Yeah. Who's your favourite person in the world? I would say my nan. She's sadly passed, but she was honestly my favourite person. We shared a birthday together. She was just the best. But my favourite person in the world is my mum. Would you rather live in a rural area or the suburbs? Probably rural, just because it's easier to get everywhere that I need to be. But if I didn't have any commitments or anything, it would be the suburbs. Out of the way, no one to bother me, on my own, great. Can you whistle? Yes, I can, and I can actually remember learning how to whistle. when I was like 5, standing in the street learning to whistle with like some old person. Don't know who it was, probably a neighbour. But yeah, I can whistle. Not very good, like only tiny bit, but still a whistle. Do you sleep with a nightlight? No, I actually need to sleep in complete darkness, and it's kind of bugging me because in the house just now we've got an internet router that connects from the main router so that we can get a better connection in the bedroom, and it's got such a bright blue light and it bugs me, but I need it there for the internet. Do you eat breakfast every morning? I literally never eat breakfast in the morning. My breakfast is at like 12. Do you take any medication or pills daily? Just my contraceptive pill on the daily, and antihistamines right now because the kitten is flaring my allergies up. What medical conditions do you have? None. How many times have you been to the hospital? I have been to the hospital numerous times to visit friends and family. In hospital myself, I have only been in once or twice. Have you ever seen Finding Nemo? Nemo? Have you ever seen Finding Nemo? Yes, but I still haven't seen Finding Dory, and that came out like how many years ago now? Still haven't seen it. Where do you buy your jeans? Usually New Look. They have the best jeans. That is all. What is the last compliment you got? Harry compliments me like every single day, basically. So probably that I was beautiful this morning. Do you usually remember your dreams in the morning? Sometimes I remember my dreams, it just depends on what kind of dream it was. Like I've had a reoccurring dream, but only certain things have changed in it, and I had that the other day and I can remember it, and I can still remember it now. So it just depends what kind of dreams. What flavour of tea do you enjoy? Just normal tea or fruit teas, but I'm not really much of a tea drinker. I just drink water and Red Bull, like that's all I drink. How many pairs of shoes do you currently own? Actually, too many to count. Yep, too many to count. What religion will you raise your children to practice? I was raised Catholic, but the older I got, it was like first, second year, I was like a non-believer. Even though I was at a Catholic school, well, 2 Catholic schools actually, I just didn't believe as such, and there's been plenty of times that I've wanted to get back into religion, but obviously you can't force yourself to believe in something that you haven't for such a long time. So I'm actually unsure what I would want my child to practice. I don't think I would have my children practicing any religion unless they wanted to. How old were you when you found out Santa wasn't real? I think I was about 8, and I found out at school, and then I came home and asked my mum and she didn't like me, so I think I was about 8. Why do you have Tumblr? I've had Tumblr for as long as I can remember. I hardly ever use it anymore. I still have the app on my phone, but I just used to use it for like all the different pictures. I used to love them, and retweeting or reblogging, reblogging everything. So yeah, that's why I have Tumblr. So that was the 50 questions I have never been asked tag. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you found out some random weird facts about me. So until next time.